No, this is not an advertisement for Mickey, although I absolutely love Walt Disney World. But I went to Crafted Bits and Pieces in Fairport today, and boy, do I have a haul for you. Hi, I'm Cindy. Welcome to my channel. And while I normally am making things, today I went and I spent a whopping total of $30. So spoiler alert, this is a $30 bag, but wait till you see what I got for $30. So to start with, I got a sheet of stickers. I just love these colors, and I have, I'm thinking of doing a nature journal at some point. This was 50 cents. So I got a sheet of stickers for 50 cents. I'm trying to get to the bottom of the bag and not show you the top of the bag first. Oh, what did I get here? So I have, for $1.95, I got these really cool stamps. It's Bo Bunny Romance stamp, and it just looks really cool. I'm not sure what this one says. It says something. That's a fancy bird cage. That's a bird cage, and I'm doing birds right now, so I thought that would be appropriate. These are, I'm kind of looking forward to, this bag is not a toy. Okay, I won't play with the bag much. You know I will. We'll find something. Or maybe not. This one's kind of ripping as I do it. But for $2.50, let me see if I can get them out. No, I'm going to have to rip the bag, I think. Oh, they're stuck. Okay. These are edgers. So this one is like a corrugated metal one. And so what you do is you put them down and you do just the edge of the page. And I thought that would be a really cool embossing on the edge of a page. This one is kind of a pebbled road kind of thing, like a cobblestone road. And then this one is little stars. There's stars all over it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with those. I'm going to deal with the packaging later, but I won't, because I won't store these in that packaging. I'll store them separately. I got this one. I don't know. This was the most expensive one that I got. It was $6.95. It's not so much the words that I wanted as the pine cones. The pine cones and the leaves. I also liked this frame. The word peace comes out of there. It doesn't have to be in there. So I could put something else in there if I wanted to. But I don't know. Plus, this has a die set with it. So I can stamp and cut out things. That's why it was $6.95, because it has the dies with it. I'm still telling you, buying, you might think $7 for that. Yeah, but if I bought it new, it would be $20. So I'm okay with that. I got these. Okay, there they are. They're up at the top. They've kind of moved around. They're little ones. And I thought these might work very nicely. You know the reinforcers that I do? If I put this down and then poke the hole, I think that's going to be really pretty. So I've got some like little flowery types and some circles and then two bigger circles. It says Stamps of Life. It was $2.95. I thought, what the heck? I'm going to give that a shot. All right, what else do I have down here? Okay, this is something I didn't need. I bought it anyway. For $2.95, it's the Distress Ink Tim Holtz set. I think I already have this set. And in fact, my very first year when I was doing things, I think I got this for Christmas. Because I think I have all of this stuff. But there is Antique Linen, Vintage Photo, and Walnut Stain. You can never have too many of these. And in fact, my other Vintage Photo Distress Ink is just about dry. So that's going to be good for those. I'll set those over there because those will go in my inks. And then you get basically something explaining a bunch of different techniques, which most of which we already know. And then another one of these, which I'm really glad to have. I have 3, but I really bought it so that I could have 4. I'm going to see if I can't open that up without cutting anything else there. There we go. So another one of these little mini misters, which I use all the time. And then a bunch of these with some of the extra of those. And I have a whole bunch of these, but now I have 4. This will be great. I can do 4 at a time. The other 2 have stuff on them. This one, the vintage photo one, always is out. Currently, since I'm working on a pink journal, this is, oh, what is it? Victorian something. Anyway, that's what that one is at the moment. Hang on, it's right here. Victorian Velvet. So now I have 3 more to put into my, hang on, I'm going to grab it. I got washies in this at one point, and I just dropped the top for it, but I'll just stick those in there and find the top. Where did it go? Oh, it's way over there. Hang on. I say way over there. This is a tiny little room. It simply means I have to stand up to get to it. So I just keep them in that. And then as I need them, I use them. So there's those put away. And then, of course, we will definitely find a use for those. All right. What else is in here? Did I get all of that? Nope. I bought a bottle of green. This is Hauser dark green. It's acrylic. This says, no, just acrylic paint. 50 cents for a bottle of green paint. That, look at this. Same colors. So that'll be in a journal somewhere. Okay, I think I got out everything. All right. Here we go. You ready? You know me. $1.95 for a bag of lace. $1.95 for a bag of lace. $1.95 for a bag of lace. And this one was, that's my receipt, 95 cents. This is, I'm anxious to open this up. Okay, so that's my bag. My bag is, oh, I did have one more thing in there. I bought little dies. These are little square dies. And I don't have anything that size, so I thought that would be cool to work with and to play with. Those are my receipts. We'll just throw those over there. So let's see this lace. I really, because I'm doing this pink journal and I have not yet made the cover, I am never going to get into here. Here we go. Okay. Pull the lace out and see what we have. I know it's a big piece. I think this is going to go on the cover of that journal. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. That is how many inches? This is a little over 2 feet in width. So that's a 24-inch by, how much is here? There's got to be not quite a yard. It's just a little under a yard of this really pretty pink. Hang on, I'm trying to fold it back up again here. Sorry if my camera is going in and out of focus because I'm moving things around. But yeah, for 95 cents, you know, for $1, of course I'm not going to leave that there. So I bought that. All right, let's see the laces. I will spool these at a later time. Right now, we're just pulling them out to see what's here. Okay, is this all the same? That is. I think I will... All right, I did this before, and I made up bags of, or envelopes of laces that if people wanted to buy laces, they could buy lots of laces. Like a lot, of, not a lot, but a grouping of laces. And I think I'm going to do the same thing. So if you see a lace that you are particularly interested in, as we go through this, let me know. And if I have enough of it, I will be happy to share. And it looks like I have enough of just about everything. This is a pretty pink lace. I got the pink bags because I'm doing this pink journal. And I don't have any pink ribbon or lace. So there we go. I have pink lace. This is just such a pretty teal color. Look at this. Yep, we're going to be using that. More pink, a lot of pink in this one. Okay, there's 2 different pinks here, so let's deal with this one first. Come on out. Oh, you're caught on this staple. There we go. That's a pretty pink lace. Is that the same as the other one? Yeah, that's the same lace. This one's just slightly lighter in color than this. Like it's 2 different dye lots. So That's okay. I'm all right with that. And then this frilly little stuff, that's cute. That is adorable. Some bright red. I stuck the bright red in there with the pinks. And I do have red. I have quite a bit of red, but this will be really pretty on Christmas journals. And then more pink. This is a different pink from what I have in the other ones, but it is much brighter pink. That's okay. All right, let's take a look at this one. There was another one that had more pink in it. There were 6 bags. I bought 4 of the 6. I did leave 2 behind. That was hard to leave them behind, but I thought, don't be greedy. You've got plenty. So I already have some silver that's very similar to this, but I like that. That's really going to be pretty on a winter journal. If you're interested in some of this silver, though, there's a lot of it. I'm not measuring it out at this point, but I can tell you that there's over a yard. And then we have some black. Not a lot of the black here, just some. We have just a little piece of this really pretty. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Am I even in camera? I hope I am. That's really pretty. Looks like little crowns. Okay, we'll put that over there. Then we have this blue, which there's a lot of the blue. It's kind of all tangled up with this other stuff. But I like the blue. It's a blue and white. And I want to do a blue and white journal. I haven't done a blue and white journal yet in a while. So then we have these little teddy bears and hearts. I will tell you, I'm not ever going to use the teddy bears and hearts. This is one that I will be happy to gift. All I would ask, if you are interested in any of these, all I would ask is the postage, because, you know, I paid $2 for this whole, actually $6 for this whole lot. So I'm that one I won't keep. We have a pretty white, and I will definitely use the white. And then we have strawberries. Aren't those pretty? And I'm certainly willing to give away some of the strawberries. We have a different shade of teal. I really like that. That's a nice, bright, vibrant teal. And then another, this is more like eyelet. It's a red eyelet. This was a red lace. I'll pull a little bit of that out there. So that's a red lace. This is a red eyelet. Cool. One more bag. One more bag. I love it when they do these, and I happen to get there at the same time. Now this one I probably won't use. This is a green and gold. They are together. Yes, you could separate them and do them up separately, but I don't know that I'd use the green and the gold. So that one might be available. This one is interesting. Okay, let me see if I can find the end. There we go. So this is a flowery pattern on black lace. But and there's quite a bit of it. There's at least 1.5 yards. Yeah, there's at least 1.5 yards here. Quite a bit. I'm wondering, that would be really nice on a nature journal maybe. Okay. More blue. Again, I got this for the blue. Okay, I've got 2 blues here. So I've got a thin blue, which would be like a seam binding or maybe a underwear lace. But there's quite a bit of that. And then there's quite a bit of this thicker. This one is held together with a safety pin. It is a thicker blue lace. And it looks like there's quite a bit of that. Nice. Okay, we are back to silver, but this is a different silver and white. Look at that. Can you see the shimmer in that? That's really pretty. Winter journal. I definitely need to start. It's too early for me to start thinking about winter journals right now, though. I'll be honest with you. Oh, this is rich looking. Look at this. Okay, this is a gold and white. Oh, wouldn't that be splendid on the cover of a journal? Yeah, and there's quite a bit of that as well. Okay, yellow. I'm going to be using this. I'm making a not daffodil, sunflower journal. And I'm going to definitely use some of this in the sunflower journal. There's not a lot of it. Looks like to be just about a yard. Okay, we'll throw that up there. What else do we have? Okay, this looks like it was cut off of something, the bottom of something. So this, or it's ribbon. It's that, it's got the metal in the bottom of it. You can pull the metals right out of it if you don't want the metal in there. But this was definitely either, I think, cut in half. It might have been a bigger, wider ribbon cut in half, or cut off the bottom of something. But again, with the winter journal, yeah, that's fine. And then we have another green. This one's a bright green. Nice Kelly green. Where's the other green that I had? I got the green and the gold. I know I had another green in here somewhere. Right now, I have a mess, is what I have. Okay, apparently all I had was the green and the gold. I don't know. I thought I had another green in there. I'll find it, after I turn the camera off. But there's a bright green, and then the last one is this, ooh, soft, really pretty. Let me take it apart here so I can see one piece of it at a time here. Look at that. That will look, I mean, I suppose, no, I don't like that. Where was the other gold that I had? There it is, the other golden. Okay, this is golden cream, this is golden white. Still, they might go nicely together. If you think that those go nicely together, put a comment down below and let me know whether you think those go together, or whether I should just say, you know what, this is two different journals. All right, so this is my lace haul. Look at all this stuff. And then I got some stamps and some dies and some stickers and Tim Holtz things and a few embossing folders, and I'm dropping the inks. There's another one. Look at all this. $30 for the lot of it. I tell you, you can't go wrong. This is at Craft Bits and Pieces in Fairport. I did take up a bunch of stuff to drop off. I did not, they don't do a discount or anything. You either drop things off or you don't. If you want to drop things off, that's fine, but you don't get any store credit or anything like that for it. But at these prices, that's fine. Who needs store credit when I'm buying this much lace for $6? Really? Okay, I can't resist playing. I used the star one this is from, it's Anna Griffin Cuttlebug. It's supposedly for the Cricut, but I used it with my Sizzix, and I just did a quickie on one of the tags just to see how it would come out, and I really like that. So I played with those. I'm not going to play with that right now. I've played with these, so I'm going to set those aside. What else can I play with here that I want to... Ooh, let's do something out of the Bow Bunny stamping thingy. I'm going to be getting rid of this packaging anyway, and I will use, I have different envelopes that I use so that I don't have to keep ripping it and making a mess here. So we'll take all of that off. And then what do we have here? I want to know what it says. Okay, here we go. Here's the right side up. Okay, I'm not sure what those are, but this says La Marque Roussette. Okay, but it's would be oriented that way, and I don't want it that way, so I'm going to take this. Oh, we got extra plastic here. This is kind of weird. I'm going to take this one and grab an acrylic. Okay. Doesn't have a lot of stickum to it. It's not going to stick very well, I'm afraid. And then I'm going to use, what do I have here? I'm going to use my walnut stain, but I'm going to use the one that's open. I'm not going to open up the other ones because they're sealed, and I'm going to leave them sealed until such time as I need them. So I will use one of the ones that I currently have, and I'm going to put walnut stain all over this, including all over my finger. I don't think I got quite enough over there. Okay. And then we're going to put you, okay, apparently that's where we're putting you. Yeah, there is no stickum on the back of this whatsoever. So I'm going to have to, if you have ideas as to how to fix that, let me know. And where's my stamping off page? Okay, we'll stamp that off there. Close that up before I stick my elbow in it. Okay, and that we will clean up later. Okay, now I have all this lace. I have to do something with all this lace. What if I did something with this? This is the green. It goes this way. Nope, don't like that. I'm just not going to like that. I think that's all there is to that. But I have all this beautiful gold. Can I do something with this beautiful gold? You know what? I'm going to take this. Let me grab my fabric scissors. And I'm going to make a fresh cut here. It's a very... We'll save that. We'll stick it on something. And then make another cut right here. There. And then let's flip it over because I think I want the... No, I do want it this way. Okay, I'm sticking over the edge just a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to grab my Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to line from here down. Okay, I'm a little bit clogged up there. There we go. Here and here and here. And then let's put this down as a pocket. So we'll have a pocket on our, I got a little bit over on that side, which I can trim off in a minute. Let the glue set a little bit. I should have put this up a little higher, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's see what else we have here. So we have this pretty pocket on here. And what else do I have that I can put right up there? Oh, wait, I know. I have my little tickets. I want it to go that way. Yeah, I like that size. Let me distress that just a little bit more. It's already pretty distressed, but we're going to add just a little bit to it. I don't think I'm on camera over here. I'm just going to glue this. Am I in camera now? Glue that up. Put that up there. And then if I had my brown, hang on, I'll be right back. Oh, you know what I can do? I don't want to do it in walnut stain though. I want to do it in, what I want to do this in. Okay, I'm going a little bit off script here. I'm grabbing, if I can find it, I'm going to grab tea dye. There we go. I want tea dye because tea dye is a nice light color. And go away, stay over there. I'm going to go over the top of my pieces here. I don't like it quite as much as I was going to like it. It does it a little bit too much. But that's all right. We'll do that. We'll leave that like that. Actually, here, you know what? Since we've got it out, come on, T-Dye. We're going all the way around the edges with you. We're going to make you look really, really old. You've been around the block a little bit. There we go. All right. I think if we throw, I've got a really cool piece of twine here. And if I just take, not that much of it. Yeah, I think about that much. Out of my twine box. And there. Using mostly the stuff that I got today, but a few other things, you know, an extra label, a little tea dye, and a piece of twine. There. I made a nice little tag with a pocket in it. So I could put a little, oh, you know what? I've got some of those. They're still sitting out here on my desk somewhere. There they are. There they are. Hang on. I know you're just seeing me hang out over things. Look at that. That little piece fits right down in there. Clip that off. And I will return you back to the main video. All right, so that's what we made out of today's stuff. Okay, this is my fabulous Friday. You know what I'm going to be doing with the rest of my Friday. I am going to be spooling and organizing and making decisions and figuring out. Maybe I'll reactivate my Etsy shop and be able to sell them through the Etsy shop. I can't sell them through coffee because that is all original work. This is not original work. This is just me selling off some laces. So I will get this organized, get it up and put it there. Probably not till after Easter at this. Well, no, you're seeing this after Easter. I'm filming this just before Easter when I went up to Craft Bits and Pieces in Fairport, New York. All right. This is, if you're enjoying these videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the like button to let YouTube know that you like them. And yeah, this is Cindy signing off.